How do you know each from the other?
You recognise each other's energy.
The energy?
Yeah. You recognise them.
And can you feel it or can you see it?
You sense it.
You sense it?
Mm-hmm.
And do people have different type of senses, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people can sense a change in the atmosphere and change in the energy, can sense when somebody's came in and went out.
Yeah.
Some people will sense that.
Mm.
They'll feel that change in the atmosphere. Yeah. They'll pick up on that. You know when I come in and when I come out.
Mm.
Because you'll feel that uplift.
Yeah.
You'll feel that change.
Yeah. The resonance.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So what kind of places do you have to go to then?
It depends on what's been happening.
Mm.
Sometimes you'll have a parallel shift or a dimensional shift.
Right.
You'll have that.
Mm.
It very much depends on what's been happening. There's been a lot going on recently.
Mm. Well, where's that?
There's a lot going on in the world.
In the world?
There's a lot going on as well between people. People are changing.
Yeah.
People are changing, but people are changing within themselves. There's a lot going on within people individually. People have things going on within their own bodies.
Yeah.
That are changing.
And what people are you talking about?
There's things changing within people, within their minds.
Right. What can you tell us about it?
It's difficult for people. People are finding changes and finding the shifts quite difficult.
And what type of shifts are they that you speak of?
The shifts for the human being.
Yeah.
That's difficult shifts because they're finding an energy change.
Right.
They're finding that difficult to cope with.
And how are they finding it difficult? What kind of things are they experiencing?
They're finding mood shifts.
Mm-hmm.
They're finding energy shifts within themselves, as in not energy as we discuss it, but energy as in how they feel their energy, their lethargy. They're finding that difficult to cope with just now.
Yeah.
Some people are finding headaches, nausea.
Yeah.
They're finding it to be overwhelming on their body, and they don't know how to cope with that. There's also a negative side.
And tell me about the negativity.
The negative side is that some people are not coping with the shift and are becoming more depressed and are doing things that are not for the benefit of the human race.
Right, okay.
They're becoming more depraved.
Hmm. And why is this shift happening?
There's been a lot going on for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
It's a more noticeable shift now.
Yeah.
It's more noticeable to people that are involved with energy work, metaphysical work. It's a difficult time.
It is.
It's difficult because it's confusing. Confusing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that's what's making it difficult.
What's the goal of this shift?
The goal's different for many different people.
Yeah.
It's not the same goal for everyone. And there'll be different results for various different worlds.
Yeah.
It's not as simple as people think it is.
And what's your role? What do you do regarding this?
I'm simply here to help people transition.
You help people transition?
Very, very simple.
In which way? Can you explain what you do?
I simply help those that are finding it difficult at the moment. That is my only thing here to do, is to help the people that are finding it difficult.
And how do you help them?
I help them by being there to listen.
Yeah.
Listen and help them to make the decisions that they have to make and give them words.
Yeah.
Because that's what a human being understands.
Yeah.
They understand words. Lots of human beings don't connect with energy.
No.
And they find it difficult to tap into that side of them.
Yeah.
They don't understand the feelings. They don't listen to their intuition. They don't go with their gut.
No.
They've closed down many, many things that they've had that were born with. So my role is very, very small. My role is to simply be there to help the simple transition for the human being. Sometimes it's simply by being there and in a conversation that is like a seed being planted. It's very simple that way. Other times it's through healing.
Yeah.
And other times the person won't even know that I've said anything to them. It will come through mere thought. A simple, very, very simple technique that we had many, many years ago. We all used to connect that way, we all used to think that way, and people used to think that ideas came to them in a flash of inspiration. But actually it was how we used to communicate.
Right.
Words will be dropped into their head. And it will become simple. Like that, and that's how we used to communicate.
Right.
But it'll be simple words of encouragement.
Yeah.
That will help many.
And how do you physically do this? How do you put that into a human's mind?
We do it with humans' minds when they're sleeping.
When they're sleeping?
It's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
The easiest way to do it. When they're in that state where we can have that connection with them, where we can talk to them, where we can influence how they are. Other times during the day when they are so focused on what they're doing, even when they're driving and they slip into that state when they're driving, and we can slip in with things, we can help them in very, very, very subtle ways.
Is that like a thought process, is it?
It's like when they are in a very, very subtle trance state, we can just influence ever so slightly. We would never, ever, ever put any ideas in their head that were not meant to be there, but we just tried to give words of encouragement.
Yeah, definitely.
Had important roles many years ago.
Yeah, what did you do?
When there were bigger changes.
Many years ago, you said. Yeah. And what was your role then? What was your role to do? Was that helping humanity, was it?
Yeah.
And what did you do?
We had a very big war.
There was a big war, was there?
Yeah.
And you say we, who are we?
There were many of us. In many different places.
Is that on Earth or in different worlds?
Dimensions.
Dimensions.
Worlds.
A big war against everything. What can you tell us about that? What was happening at that time?
There was a decision that had to be made.
Who made that decision?
It was a universal decision.
What was happening at that time then during the wars? Why was it getting so bad?
Once again, man was meddling in things that perhaps he should not have been meddling with.
Right, okay. And what were they doing? What were they meddling with?
They thought they were more advanced than what they were.
Right.
They thought they knew better. They thought they were the most superior beings.
In the universe?
Yes.
Wow, okay. What was your role for that? What did you do?
To mediate.
Yeah. How was you supposed to do that though? What kind of information did you need to find out?
To try and help all sides understand the strengths and the weaknesses of one another.
Yeah. So were the humans at war with different planets and dimensions, were they?
Man, as they are now, were completely unaware
Yeah.
that any of them existed.
But were they causing a problem, were they?
As per usual, everything that man does has ripple effects on everything else.
Yeah. What were they doing to the planet at the time?
Not treating the planet as they should have.
No. And you said this happened many years ago. Was there any part in Earth's history that this happened?
No.
What can you tell us about that? What kind of civilization was it that was doing this?
It's not in any history of civilization. civilization of man.
So we're not told about it in this age?
No.
Is it a really ancient civilization, is it?
Yes.
And it happened before the history that we know?
Yes.
And what was the main root cause of this?
Man.
Yeah.
They were unaware of anyone else and unaware of the impact on anyone else.
So what were they doing to the planet then?
Not treating her as it should have been treated.
No. And were they quite technologically advanced, were they?
More so than they are now.
Yeah. And were they all bad, were they?
No.
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 Was it just the people in power?
Yes.
Yeah. What were they trying to do? What were they trying to achieve?
Trying to go further than they should have been.
Yeah. How could they do that? Was that through science, was it?
This is not the first time the Earth has been at this stage.
No. And does it always get to this stage, does it?
Let's just say it's not the first time the reset button has been hit.
And who presses the reset button?
That's when everyone comes together. That's the mediation point.
And that's your role at that point, was it?
It was at one time.
And can you tell us about your role as a mediator then during this period of time?
It's to try and reason. It's to try and show each side of the story.
Yeah.
The strengths and weaknesses of each side.
Yeah.
To reason.
Quite an important role, isn't it?
Yeah.
And how do you feel about it?
The feeling of it doesn't come into it.
No. Because you can't choose a side, can you, anyway? No. Would it be a shame to keep resetting humanity?
Yeah.
Do they have to start from the beginning again?
Not so.
No. What can you tell us about resets? So some people, some beings see it as a game, do they?
Yeah.
And is it just one race or many races?
Many.
Yeah. And how is that fair for humanity?
Humanity puts itself in this position.
Why are they unaware of other beings? What's the reason for that?
Because they can't cope with it.
No.
They also won't accept it.
Because they want to be kind of like the master race. That's awful, isn't it? And is there any interference at all to help humanity?
As is always said, thoughts can be put out. It is up to the human to interpret how it's taken. Many things have been taken the wrong way.
Is that what's happening in our time now, is it? Is this happening again? And can you tell us about any of that so we understand it?
Technological advancements.
It's gone the wrong way, has it?
Some have been taken, have been worked on well.
Yeah.
Some people have taken them and ran the wrong way with them. Some governments that are being told are the evil governments are not. Some governments have been working well for many years.
Yeah.
Propaganda.
And the bad technology, would that be like CERN? Is that a bad thing? That they're kind of manipulating atoms? Is that a bad thing or a good thing that they're doing that?
Again, it depends who has it. What they use it for, how they use it, how they manipulate it.
Yeah. And would you say that we're going in the right direction or the wrong direction for humanity?
At this precise moment,
Yeah.
it would be the wrong direction.
The wrong direction. But this time, are people listening to you?
No.
They're not?
No.
And what's the reason why?
Again, because man thinks it is superior.
Yeah. But then you must see some difference in a shift, surely.
No.
No. What can we do to make this happen? What can we do to work with all of you?
The people are trying.
Yeah.
There are people that are trying. It's not known yet whether the people will be successful.
Right. So we just have to keep trying our best, really, to get this word out there.
Yeah.
And what should we be saying?
It's not so much what should be getting said at the moment. It's more the vibration that's being sent and being put out.
Right, so it's all about the vibration.
It's the vibration.
And what can you tell us about the vibration that we should be sending?
The vibration that's getting sent out just now is more about the connection that people are having on an individual basis. That are connecting with one another.
Yeah.
Is having more of an impact.
And what kind of connection is that? Can you explain that so we understand?
There needs to be more of a loving, connecting vibration with the spiritual impact.
Yeah.
That's coming together. The impact that a lot of people have been talking about has been about raising awareness and becoming awake.
Wonderful.
Now there needs to be the spiritual. There needs to be the spiritual awakening.
So we need to go through another stage, do we now?
There's very much been a separation between those that were aware of what was going on and what wasn't.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual awakening within each individual for what their potential is.
Yeah.
And for what they used to have as a human being and how they were able to connect.
Right.
And how they were told that they could not do things. They now need to understand that they are within themselves a being that has an ability to do an amazing thing.
Yeah.
That they have the ability within themselves to heal.
Absolutely. And do you think this is something that we should be spreading out there a bit more, do you?
They need to know that within healing themselves, they can heal as a collective.
Good. So it's important to speak more about this, isn't it?
Yes, they need to know that.
And do you think that might help in the bigger scheme?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because now that they know that they have the ability to heal, then that fear can be taken away from them.
Wonderful.
And that again will raise another vibrational wave.
Yeah. So it's spreading that out to all the people that want to listen.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's very important, isn't it?
Yes.
What else can you suggest that we can help?
Stop hiding. People need to stop hiding.
Are they, because they have the fear of speaking out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so stop hiding now.
Stop hiding.
Yeah, so should we be encouraging others to stand up in their truth?
Yeah.
Because there's been so much conditioning, hasn't there, on this planet?
Yeah.
And governments have wanted to control us, haven't they?
Yeah.
But it's our time now, is it, to stand up?
Yeah. Stand up. Stop hiding.
Thank you. What other advice can you give us? Do you think it will actually need to be another reset, or do you think we have a chance?
Things are going to go back the way humanity is going to have to go backwards in order to go forwards.
Good. Is that kind of the collective consciousness that we're receiving, that we should be moving away from civilizations that are connected to this technology?
People need to start going back to feeling the ground beneath their feet. They need to start going back the way in order to help ground themselves to move forward again.
Yeah, so go back to what we know as the old ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a simple life.
Simple life, ground, regroup, go forward.
Oh, that sounds brilliant, definitely. Because we are all feeling it at the moment. Is that the words that you give us?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we all get the same message.
Ground, regroup, go forward.
Absolutely. And separate yourself from big cities and places.
Yeah.
And will that work? Would we be able to do it if we move forward like that?
It'll give the energy.
Yeah.
And giving the energy by regrouping, that's what will help everybody to go forward, because everybody will come back together, that energy. Everybody will be able to regroup. There'll be that togetherness, the vibe, the frequency. That's what regroups everyone in order to help everyone to push forward again.
Wonderful.
Without that, everybody goes forward as an individual. It will not work.
No, we have to come together.
Yeah.
Is that why we should have communities and things like that? Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful.
At the moment, what's happening is the governments are trying to individualise, they're trying to desensitise. And it's the desensitise, the centralisation is what they're trying to do at the moment.
Yeah.
That's why they're wanting to do a lot of things that do away with socialisation.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to decentralise socialisation. It needs to be the opposite.
Yeah. So, like when they had the lockdowns and stuff to make people on their own.
Yeah.
That's part of the plan.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we're always told about a new earth. Is that something that's happening for us?
This is what people need to start thinking about as well.
Yeah.
The new earth is happening.
Mm-hmm.
The new earth is not going to be a new world that is going to spring up. The new earth is a state of mind. The new earth is what you make it. The new earth is a regrouping. The new earth is a coming together. The new earth is what you make it. People need to realise that they create the new earth.
Mm.
So by doing this, by regrouping, by going forward, this will be the new earth.
Wow.
The other people will be left in the old earth because they will choose to go and to live in these cities.
Yeah.
They will be left in the old earth. Other people will be in the new earth. They will be in their new communities in the new earth.
Mm. So it will literally just be as we're living now, but differently.
We will split.
Yeah, that's good.
We will split.
Yeah.
The people that choose to live in the fear vibration will be living in their cities. The people that choose to live in the new earth will be living in a different vibration.
Wonderful, because I think that fear spreads among people because they feel that they can't get to this new earth.
Yeah.
But really it's up to them, isn't it?
It's up to the people to create the new earth, but that will be there because they will be living in a different vibration.
Absolutely, because they won't be with all the bad negativity around them. They'll have nothing.
Yeah.
That's wonderful, thank you.